rankings presented by Nike. Lithuania ranked 9th in the world and Great Britain 43rd. The arena is filling out nice and slowly here at the Copper Box in the capital in London as the Lithuanian national team are ready to be welcomed to the floor. They, of course, met at the Eurobasket competition in this summer, where GB fell 70-94 against Lithuania. Despite a positive start to that game, Lithuania too much for them, and a lot of changes in their roster since that game happened. Their lineup is as follows in this ball game. Wearing number 1 is Marek Blažević, number 3 Arnas Velička, number 7 Gytis Radzevičius, number 8 Arturas Gudaitis, number 9 Lorinas Viliauskas, number 21 Gytis Masulis, number 23 Paulius Dancevičius, number 30 Skritupas Zemaitis, number 43 Ignas Sargiunas, number 71 Mantas Rubstavičius, and number 77 Martynas Palukienas. And their head coach, of course, is Rimas Kurtinaitis. Looking forward to continue Lithuania's strong run in international competitions. Their highest ever finish in World Cup history was bronze in 2010. And for GB, they are yet to qualify for a World Cup competition. And their roster is being introduced to the floor right now. Only 10 players in their roster tonight, wearing 0. The veteran, the 6'10" centre Gabe Olasheni, number 3 Kane Henry, number 5 Amin Adamu, number 6 Luke Nelson, number 7 Jelani Watson-Gale, number 13 Jabril Bello, number 15 Akwazi Yaboa, number 22 Miles Hessen, number 24 their captain Carl Wheatle, and number 30 Dan Aiken. Their head coach is Mark Stutel. The teams are lining up now for the national anthems. First will be the national anthem of Lithuania. That was the national anthem of Lithuania. Now it's time for the national anthem of Great Britain. National anthems complete as we get ready for FIBA World Cup qualifier action. Live and direct, GB taking on Lithuania. My name is Tahir Hajjad. I'll be your commentator taking you through this ball game as we have a look very quickly at your officials on the screen right now. 2 representatives from Latvia, Gatis Selins and Elvis Bindus-Kodas, and from Romania, Marius Chulin. They're your officials for the evening. Well, if you're new to how the World Cup qualification works, I'm here to help you out. This is the first round and the first window in the road to 2027. There's 6 windows overall. In Group D, we see Italy, Iceland, GB, and Lithuania go toe-to-toe in this first phase. The top 3 teams in the group will then go through to the second round, where they'll be joined by another 3 teams. They'll play home and away once again against the other 3 teams they've not yet faced. And the top 3 from that final group will head on through to the FIBA World Cup 2027. Here's the starting 5. Blažević, Radzevicius, Masulis, Zemaitis, and Balukinas will be the starting 5 for Lithuania, as their head coach is ready and waiting. Kurtinaitis on the Lithuanian national basketball website has said GB isn't a team to think lightly of. He knows what they're capable of. He recognized that they didn't shoot the ball well in their game against them at Eurobasket, but is also well aware of some of the knowledge and talent that they have on their rosters, and GB do have talent. Olesheni, he wasn't able to participate despite being at Eurobasket, a huge miss for them. He's averaging 12.8 points per game, 6.8 rebounds in BCL action. There he is starting for GB, alongside Luke Nelson, Okwazi Yaboa, Miles Hessen, and Carl Wheatle, the captain, who also represents Venice basketball. A very experienced starting 5 there for GB, as they look to make impact here and make a statement in the first game. Head coach Mark Stutzel will be the one guiding them. Well, as I'm sure you're all aware, it's been turbulent times for the GB national team, but congratulations to all the team working behind the scenes to make this game happen. They are back on the national stage, and Lithuania is ready and waiting for them. Well, earlier on in the season, I was fortunate enough to see a game between the London Lions and Žalgiris in a pre-season friendly. And it became very apparent at that ball game how many Lithuanians live in London. So don't be alarmed if you see the away team having a valiant amount of support in this ball game here at the Copper Box Arena. But I'm sure the GB fans will be in full voice as well. Don't forget, if you want to find out more on the live stats, etc., hey, make sure you check out the FIBA Basketball World Cup European Qualifiers website, where you can keep up to date with all of the action from around the competition, and then their respective mini sites for the Africas, the Asias, and the Americas. Of course, Europe being a powerhouse in terms of international basketball. They will be having 12 teams qualify for the FIBA World Cup 2027. The Americas will have 7, Africa will have 5, and Asia Oceania will also have 7. Just 1 minute to go now before tip-off here at the Copper Box Arena. Wherever you're watching all around the world, welcome to international basketball, which, as you all know, in recent years has been on a sharp rise in terms of fan engagement, in terms of the standard, the selections for the national teams. It's been absolutely amazing. Lithuania's lineup, very interesting. A lot of players missing from that Eurobasket lineup, but such is the depth of this basketball nation. They've called upon some incredible talent, with, of course, a big contingent of Rytas Vilnius players participating in this one. And, of course, with that team chemistry, they'll be able to pull something together. A chance of Lietuva starting all the way around the arena. As Marek Blažević will line up against Olesheni for the tip-off. And it's showtime. Here we go. The first game of the FIBA Basketball World Cup European qualifying Group D for these two teams. Lithuania with the first possession of the ball game. Drive and kick to the corner. Let's look at the bucket, and it's no good. GB coming up with a rebound. And there you hear the staunch support for the Lithuanians in the arena as a foul is called here. Hessen getting to the baseline mid-range. He's going to go to the line to shoot two here. First personal, first team foul on the number 77. Martinez. Palukienas. Just entering the shooting space of Hessen there as he goes to the line. Miles Hessen, incredibly experienced player, 35 years of age. As we get another foul called here, and it's an end-line possession for GB off the miss of Hessen. Nelson ready to inbound. Apologies. Wasn't a miss. Well, it was a foul, sorry. Here's Nelson. Tries to just scoop it under the defender there. It's deflected away. Now strong to the rim. Hello, hi, welcome to London, says Akwazi Yaboa. That's a great way to start the game for GB. Nice execution of the inbound. Lithuania looking to respond off the dribble now. Ball rotates to the top. Mikienas. Three ball. No good. It's an offensive rebound here. Mikienas just dips it off, and Lithuania responds with the rim rocker of their own. Blažević. Two-handed hammer. 2 feet in the paint. And we've got a technical foul. That's against the GB head coach, Mark Schutel. That technical foul. Well, let's take a look back at this. No one home, no help around. And a Yaboa started off the jam party. And here's the free throw, which is finished there. Radzevičius. Well, it was just off camera. We weren't able to see it. That brings things equal early on in here. Nelson tries to look for a sharp low bounce pass to Hessen. That's intercepted. Lithuania controlling possession now. Full screen arrives from Blažević. Looking inside to the big 6'10" man. It's stolen away. Here's Nelson to the rim for two. Zemaitis. Applying his trade in Turkey with FIBA Basket. The Valiant Basketball Champions League campaign last season. This year not playing in European competition. FIBA Basket reintroducing Saban Lee to the world last year. As we get the floor wiper to the floor, GB get ready to put the ball into play. Both teams just slowly figuring out how to settle into this one, as you can see. A little nervy on both sides. Deflected away. Palukienas. Nelson. Hesson rising off the screen, dumps it off down low. Olasheni is stripped. Blažević. Zanaitis receives, Blažević rolls. The right-handed lofted shot, no good. It's tipped away by Blažević. Second chance opportunity here for Lithuania. The ball is spilt. And it's a kickball violation, and it will go in favor of GB. And we're going to get our first substitution for Lietuva. Arnas Velička checking into the ball game. He's having a marvelous season. 25 years of age, playing for Neptūnas. The Euro Cup this year. 12.3 points per game, 8.3 assists. Expect to see him commanding the floor, creating opportunities for his teammates to score. He's also part of the Euro Basket roster as well. Great pass there from Nelson, but it's come straight back to him. Nelson for three. 5 points early on the floor commander from GB. Velička going downhill. Nelson with the interception, just trying to find a teammate. He's out of play. Velička ready to kick it out. Nelson aware of his playmaking abilities, just waiting in the passing lane, ready to pick that one off. Baseline inbound here, almost an old school box setup. Back pick arrives and the pop out from Blažević. Velička moves the ball to the left hand side for the handoff. Pull up three. It's money. It's lights out. Radzevicius. Opening up the bank account from downtown, and he had one on the other side of the floor. Carl Wheatle. Let's take a look back here, just taking a little bump on his way down. GB maintain the lead. Wheatle goes to the line, chance at the old school three-point play. And there is Wheatle on the money that time. Checking in. It's number 43, Sorgunas. One of those Vitas Vilnius players in the lineup this ball game for Lithuania. Oh, that's stolen away. In Hesson. Tiaboa, who finally makes his way. Great pass on Olasheni. Pump fake, loses the defender. Little soft touch on the left hand for two. And we're going to get an early timeout here for Lithuania. GB 13-6 in the lead. Lithuania need a chance to rethink this over. Well, as I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, Coach Kurtinaitis mentioned that GB are a force to be reckoned with on their day. Let's see if we can listen in here to the timeout. Apologies there for the technical difficulties. Unable to listen into Coach Kurtinaitis. As you see that green, yellow and red of Lithuania blending in with the multicolored seats of the Copper Box Arena. The players make their way back onto the floor. Well, GB are yet to miss a shot. Early on in this ball game, only one missed free throw. It's near perfect start for them. Velichka. Left-hand side, catch and shoot. Three, up and in. Sweet string music. So Gunas. And that's a tough bucket on the other side as well. Yeboah. Pretty much horizontal when he took that shot. Velichka now. Just trying to float it into his teammate Gudaitis. Now out and running Miles Hessen. He's blocked at the rim. Robbed at the rim. Stolen from him, and a turnover here for Lithuania. And more substitutions making their way onto the floor for both teams. Wheatle heads to the bench, the captain. Put it in a strong stiff early on that and one play. Adamu was on the floor for GB. Also a couple changes there for Lithuania. Yeboah. Treble, no good. Nelson, ready and waiting on the trap. Adamu first look and blocks away again. Sweet rejection. So Gunas. Well, it works from the defensive effort from Nelson, but defensive play for defensive play. Lithuania just trying to get those stops and make it more difficult for this GB team to score the ball uncontested. Here's Yeboah. He's going to go one-on-one in the paint now. And look at the strength between the two players. No good into the contest. Going downhill now, high off the glass. Foul will be called. Adamu called for that foul, which will be his first personal, second team foul. Lithuania in the bonus, Zemaitis on the line. As he gets the first of two to fall. He's part of the Zalgiris upbringing of life in Lithuania. He spent most of his years, in fact all of his years, playing basketball in Lithuania. Last season was at the Vilnius Wolves. Another catch and shoot three, this time no good for Salgunas. 15-10. Nelson dumps it off. Bello blocked at the rim. This is incredible defensive effort from Lithuania. 3 versus 2. Strong to the bucket, no good. Offensive rebound, and the foul will be called on the floor. Rupstavicius went up strong there, couldn't quite convert. Well, let's take another look at this block. Bello was winding one up. Take a seat. Gudaitis puts a cushion on the chair for him on his way down. Wheatle checking back into the ball game. Well, after allowing a flurry of points, Lithuania, they put up some monster defensive plays, some big blocks now. Here they are on the offensive end, the inbound play. Pin down action to try and find Zemaitis open. Can't get it, so they go to the ball screen. From Stavicius, another chance to get a look at the bucket. High, lofted, floated, 2-point finger roll. Salgunas. And another steal, so Jonas to the rim. And the bucket is good. He is on fire right now, that man. And Lithuania pull themselves within 1 point of this. There he is, the pressure, pushing away. Laid it in for two. Nelson gets his pocket picked, Oliver twist. So Jonas to the rim. Timeout called by GB and head coach Mark Strutel. We see the microphone there, so hopefully we should be able to hear him now.
I know you're saying that we can still get out early, okay? We have to make sure when we're into rotation late clock, 43 isn't catch and shoot. He's the one late clock where we got to go make him take an extra 43, okay? Does that make sense? Yeah? Trying to run, okay? Your work, be really patient on that screen, set him up, you might have a bump, okay? Let's go, weather the storm here, let's go, let's go.
Sights and sounds of Mark Strutel's timeout there. And they will now need to bounce back after this timeout, GB. Lithuania getting into rhythm. Just 3 minutes remaining here in the first. Ball screen arrives from Jabril Bello. It's kicked out to Watson Gale, who's dancing around and fouled. Zemaitis. Apologies, it wasn't Watson Gale. It was Watson Gale. There he is. There's the one who blocked. We saw a shot of Ken Henry after that. And Watson Gale goes to the line. Stop this run from Lithuania and gets the first free throw to fall. Now, Jelani Watson-Gale playing his basketball in Bulgaria, almost averaging a double-double this season. 15 points, 9.3 assists per game. Earning himself some stripes on the GB team. Chance of Neadova around the arena. So Jonas, foul called. Well, they did the hard work, GB there, the trap. Just in the short corner, close to the baseline, and it was a tough way to get out of that. The pass eventually wrapped it around him, actually. After the foul, means that they keep possession. Checking in for them is Alukenas. Zemaitis heads to the bench. Nothing running through Jonas at the moment offensively. 7 points personal as Rustavicius to the right hand for two. Watson Gale. Pin down here to try and find Kane Henry on the catch and shoot. Rims out, Rustavicius. Pushing the tempo, and that'll be a foul against Kane Henry McCallum. Pushing his hip out there, knocking the offensive play to the floor. Rustavicius, the youngest player in both of the lineups tonight. Made the move over to Žalgiris this season. Obviously seeing limited minutes, through his youth. But definitely a player that the Lithuanians hold in high regard in terms of development and Be part of the next generation. Goes 0 for 2 there. And GB still lead by 1. Watson, Gale for 3. That's with the rebound offensively. It's a little static at this moment. Watson, Gale fires up another one, rims out again. And that will be out of bounds. Lithuania ball. Well, initially after the first shot, they got the offensive rebound, and Miles Hessen was telling Watson Gale to shoot. The rhythm was there, but they ended up getting static and put up the 3 under not so much pressure, but it wasn't a particularly good look. And that's a great find underneath the rim. Ball rotates. So Gunas unable to finish, and now they're out and running. Miles Hessen just punches it with the right hand to extend the lead. Gunas. That's overshot there on the layup for Lithuania. GB back with it. Watson Gale attacks the baseline, looks to the corner. Kane Henry for 3, and that's no good. A 10-second separation between shot clock and game clock. Lithuania going to use some of that time. Ball's kicked to the baseline. Watson Gale applying the pressure, but the step back 3 is no good. And now, 10 seconds on the clock, Hessen shrugs off the defender, looks inside. And Dan Aiken, he's going to get his first bucket of the game. And we'll get a whistle before the time expires. Well, I could see to be a carrying violation. Gonna get a quick substitution here, GB. .4 on the clock. Kane Henry to the bench. Gonna get something quick off here. Luke Nelson. And just waited on the pump fake for the defender to go by, but that was enough time to get the shots off. And at the end of the first quarter here, well, if you think about accolades, you think about world rankings, this is a surprise. GB in the lead, 21-16 against Moldova. Teams will now go to the benches to talk things over ahead of the second quarter. But let's take a look at the first quarter and the best plays from it. Well, GB started the ball game off with the bang, your ball with the jam, other side of the floor. Blažević wanted to rock the rim too, but from that moment on there, it was a little bit shaky for Lithuania. GB got out into a strong lead to force a timeout. Well, making smart plays. And then this man, Sargunas, entered the ball game, 7 points personal for him at the end of the first. Helped Lithuania into it. There was some tough defensive plays, those 3 blocks. Here's another one of them. Sargunas, defensive work. And Bello caught in the trap. And there, beautiful finger roll, high arcing finish, the steal. Sargunas took his time, laid it in. That man there, real difference maker. Towards the end of this quarter, GB then made the right plays to get themselves back into lead of this ball game. Don't forget, scan the QR code on your screen now. Courtside 1891 to watch all of the action from the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. Don't miss a beat, don't miss a moment. Scan the QR code, streams, schedules, scores, and more. Players make their way back onto the floor here. GB will start with the ball. Nelson. Hessen catch and shoot three. Rattles in and out. GB keep it. Rostavich just knocks it away. Wheaton. Nelson waits for the ball screen from Aiken, finds enough room to let the three go. Another offensive rebound here. Nelson has a second chance at it, and the follow-up jam! Aiken taking out the trash. Here come Lithuania now. Blažević. Mustavičius. Foul ball there. Looks to be against Nelson. Just trying to guard the screen action. Blažević. Lichka. Step back long two. That's nice. Radzevičius. Nelson throws it up top again. Nelson and Aiken combining, refining smart techniques to beat the defense of Lithuania. We're going to get another quick foul here from GB. Kane Henry called for that one. Check this out. Aiken connecting on the U. One thing's for sure, the defense has been incredibly aggressive. Look how high up the half court they're playing here. They've recognized that this has got them stops in the ball game, but now Nelson's going to pick up another quick foul here, and that will be his second personal. 3 in quick succession for GB, with 8 minutes 29 remaining here in the second quarter. With aggressive defense comes the potential for fouls. Getting into foul trouble I mean, this might be a little bit of a long quarter offensively for Lithuania, but getting to the line is part of the game, and I think your free throws, it could really make the difference in this one. Let's fit inside to Blažević. Count now. Step inside for the mid-range game. Radzevičius. Gale pulled off the bench. It's across, Carl Wheatle, 3 ball. Watson Gale has been strong off the bench here for GB. Team there, the trap, and now they've got to recover GB. Radzevičius pushed into another trap and another foul picked up. Hessen getting picked up for that foul call, which is the 4th team foul. Olasheni into the ball game. Radzevičius, well, clearly he's the man. The ball in his hands. 10 points personal, perfect from the field. Olasheni, ball screen, trying to get position now on Olasheni, but ball goes out to Hessen, who lets it fly. Blažević, backing down now. Blažević just too strong. Goes around and puts down Kane Henry. Hessen off the dribble now. Just tries to hand it off to Olasheni. Did the right thing, smart decision there. The pass a little awry. Checking in is Masulis, 6'9" power forward. (21-24) GB lead. Right, this Lazovic under pressure once again. Foul called, and now we're going to get shots. A cylinder foul. Hessen calling for a travel from the officials. Foul actually called against Olosheni on that one. Lithuania going to have to earn them on the charity stripe. Lazovic. It's the first of 4. And a standout season for him. 17 points per game, 6.8 rebounds in the Basketball Champion League. And it's not too far off in the Super League in Turkey as well. 15.2 points per game there. Tofaş Bursa this season. 12 points, 14 rebounds in his last game. Here's Watson Gale. Yaboa dumps it off Olosheni. And a foul will be called here. First foul of the quarter called on the other side of the floor. Olosheni to shoot 2. Fortunas. Now game on Olosheni. One of the leaders of this team. Spent there last season and this one in Turkey with Mersin. Just prior to that was part of the London Lions team that went to the semi-finals of the Euro Cup. Seems to have found a home though in Turkey. He's been there a couple of times in his career now. Zemaitis. Short stop front of the iron. Blazovic picks up the rebound and lays it in for 2. Olosheni. 1-on-1 with Blazovic on the other side of the floor. Attacking the baseline. Zemaitis for 3. No good, and the rebound for Hessen. Wheatle, Euro stepping, holds it strong for 2. Who is this GB team? Where have they come from? They put out a strong side tonight. As I mentioned, only 10 players on the sheet. Having a fantastic game here as they come up with another steal. Yaboa kicks it. Hessen off the dribble, dumps it off Olosheni to the right hand, and 1, rubbing salt into the wound of their opponents. 39-28 with 1 free throw to come. And the many, many Lithuanian fans in that arena will be wondering what is going on. Timeout called here halfway through the second, 39-28. And it's our turn to listen to Coach Kurtinaitis. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Ai, čia jūs išplėsit ir neduokit per viršų, jam nepatogu gaudyt nuo žemės. Tik paim greitį, kad tas greitis tau būtų, kad tu išplėstum ir čia paduosi. Dabar išplėš daugiau. Ir pasibauduokim čia, jeigu nenuima kamuolį, čia pasibauduokim. Mums reikia agresijos, nes jie bonus. Baudas.
Time call back in. Well, listen, 9 turnovers for Lithuania in the first 15 minutes of this ball game. I won't be happy with that. GB have only picked 9 points off those 9 turnovers, but it's points they've given away nonetheless. Also pounding the paint, GB, 24 points inside the paint. 8 in transition. The biggest lead of the game with 11, a chance for Oluseni to make it 12. Oluseni will miss it. And another turnover here. Watson-Gale looks ahead. Hessen wants to go one-on-one and reach in foul call. Recognize the mismatch there. It's Gunas. So much height difference, but in terms of size and experience, Hessen just backing him down. Draws the contact. It's a second personal, Gunas. The faction to the ball screen. Watson-Gale finds Yeboah. The pressure, another tip there from Oluseni to keep it going. Wheatle almost loses it. Now back with Oluseni. Lazovic is there, ready and waiting with the block. That's knocked away. So Gale just well not to commit the foul, but stop the transition there. Lazovic just wanted to find some space, but was caught between the defender and the sideline. Relitska. Off to the left. It's a poor moment this, really, for Lithuania, trying to stop this run. Gale dancing around the paint, can't get the finish. It's knocked away. Velitska, and the foul called here by Yeboah. Velitska to the line. Really disrupting the flow and pace of Lithuania's offense. Arnas Velitska to the line. Klaipėdos Neptūnas, point guard. Changes here for Lithuania as well. Stavic is in. Kienis also into the game. And Henry returning for GB. The first is no good. Left points on the free throw line. 6 for 10 on the line. Screen from Aiken. The defender gets through the contact as Hessen going downhill. Rebound now for Gudaitis. There's tussle there between Gudaitis and Hessen. We just saw it on the other side of the floor. Gudaitis worked to get in front of him, burst ahead with speed, then recognized that Hessen was trailing back. Gudaitis gets into position and then just drops his shoulder into Hessen, who then gets his arms all in the mix. Hessen, though, building a stat line with his personal foul. 6 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists for Hessen early on. It's the first missed free throw on these 1 or 2 here for Arturas Gudaitis. And a 1-for-2 trip for Lithuania. Heston slips it through. Somehow finds a way to find Aiken. Moves up to 8 points personal. And Martinez, Alukianis. It's an open bucket. It's a Gale to the left hand. And that's another 2 points for Great Britain. And a contest at the rim. Ball bobbles around. Nelitska kicks it to the corner. The three goes up. That's off the back of the rim. Rukstavicius this night. Nelitska. That's a girl, 2 feet to the floor. Help arrives. Another chance in the corner here. This time, it's lights out. Gytis Masulis from the corner. And they'll get a timeout here. And allowing the offensive rebound twice. They were made to pay that time. Masulis knocking it down. Let's listen in.
Right, bro, be smart now. We're giving them 8 points of free throws for no reason. Watch out, be smart, we're good, we're good. Go up 10, look them up.
Keep being aggressive though. Hey, we gotta be aggressive too.
Rebound of the unit at our pace, that's it. They're out there running good now.
That's 17 minutes of our defense, and we gave them too many on the last one. That's it. No more now. Reset. Just because we're in the bonus doesn't mean you can let these guys go by us. If we're going to foul, make an aggressive foul. You've got to stop those rejects on the baseline. You're doing a great job of pressuring the closeout. When he catches, give yourself 1 step. Okay? He shoots contest back and left. Hey, we're in horn side this time out. Okay? Lonnie, you're in the one off Lyle's side. Oh, B comes to you. Okay? Dan, left. Hey, go to set it and slip. Horn side. Okay? Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
And in that timeout, we heard about the aggressive approach to the defensive end, recognizing the foul trouble, but still wanting to remain aggressive. Two minutes and 19 seconds remaining here in the second. GB in the lead by 8. 43-35. That's again. Rukstavicius was picked up for that one. Sideline for GB. Little. Tough download to Heston. Little pump fake. Short shot is good. Over Masulis. Well, he's played the most minutes just after Carl Wheaton in this ball game. He's made them count, and another turnover here. Velitska. That's another turnover to the column. 11 turnovers now for Lithuania. Wheatle looks to the corner. Watson Gale ready and waiting. Had time and space. Jelani Watson Gale from deep. Knocks down the triple. Oh, good from Velitska again. Beautiful pass. That is zipped inside. Arturas Gudaitis slams it home. Watson Gale. Hessen fires it off. Stavicius, and that's another foul there on Hessen, who picks up his third personal in this final minute of the second. He'll have to sit down now. Probably due a rest is Miles Hessen. Born in the UK's second biggest city, Birmingham. Now from Stavicius, he will shoot two. Yet another miss on the line. This time all four. Coach United not stressing too much, but it's a 10-point game. Watson Gale lets it fly again. Back-to-back triples for him. He moves to 10 points personal. Zelinska. From Stavicius. Zelinska to beat the buzzer. Knocked off the glass, and that is the end of the first half. 51-38. And look, you can see what it means to these GB players who have the advantage against the number 9th ranked team in the world. 51-38 at the halftime break. Lithuania with work to do. Well, let's take a look very quickly at the stats. 2-point percentage, 62%. Have been getting good looks inside, and those couple of Jelani Watson-Gale threes take them to 5-13 from behind the arc. The free throws are a big problem for Lithuania. 7 for 13 overall. They're winning the rebound battle, but turnovers, real problem for them as well. 11 turnovers in this ball game, giving up 12 points as a result. Here's the leading scorers, Watson-Gale with 10. Radzevicius also has 10. Oleshenia Blažević is turning into a lovely matchup in this game, as is Hessen Sargunas. Three matchups looking nice. Well, let's take a look then at the second quarter best plays in this one. Coach Mark Stutzel will be the happier of the two head coaches, but GB have given themselves a strong lead going into the halftime break. Well, in the first quarter, we had moments of Lithuania getting themselves back into the ball game. And in this second quarter, they've reigned behind the whole time and just kind of gone toe-to-toe with GB and overall with those trips to the free throw line. But it's an extra gear that GB have found that Lithuania are struggling to find. Struggling to catch the bite on the clutch in this one. This three ball was all important to keep them hanging around. As mentioned, Miles Hessen, a fantastic part of this team so far, has picked up 3 personal fouls, 8 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds in this one. Here's Watson-Gale, straight away, 1 dribble, pull up, as we are ready now to enter the halftime break. Back with you very shortly.
This body size. Oh my goodness sakes, that's a throwdown.
Goes in for the dunk.
Good night. Too big, too strong, and just too good.
Bogdanovic, who goes in and scores. Ah!
This is what it's all about.
It's all one big basketball family, folks.
Winning time. Both teams over the limit.
protection, no size. This is a small ball game.
Torx kicks it, extra pass, Zegars. Oh, Latvia basketball.
You said it, Latvia basketball, Zegars. He was open for the three. What great ball movement and passing. Look at this.
Bruner goes downhill, gets it to the corner. Franz Wagner gets in. A little bit of elevation.
Bogdanovic, turnaround, quick shot, takes it. Bogdanovic, Toika. Well, coach, it may be Toika time. He's made the three-pointer.
What a shot from Paco Cruz. He was literally out of bounds. Oh, Procito, what are you doing? And the alley-oop! And Banchero this time does not lay it up. He scores right at the end of the third quarter buzzer. Between the legs, alley-oop pass.
Yes, I love it, Jeff. Yes.
I'm sure you can have something better. Oh, a good miss. The USA got it. Bridget from the corner. You have got to be kidding me. Unbelievable. A play for the ages at the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Bridges does the unthinkable. Ties the game. 0.2 seconds left. I have never seen it.
Wow!
He gets it before the half. Holy smokes, Jordan Zamora.
Well, that's symbolic of the shooting we've seen from Venezuela this first half. From the three-point line, 12 of 25 in the three-pointer. Leg bomb, nothing but net.
How many times are we going to see this?
Baseline, are you kidding me?
Papa Nicolau says, give it to me.
Go attacks the closeout, feed Bruno inside.
Fills it up. It's all right.
Well, a warm welcome back, basketball fans all around the world, to the Copper Box Arena here in London, as we are at the halftime break with a score of 51-38. Great Britain in the lead against Lithuania. We're taking a look now at some of the top scores from the game. Up first from Lithuania, Gytis Radzevičius. So far in this ball game, he's their leading scorer with 10 points personal. He's feeling the rhythm. One of the players who is yet to miss a field goal for them. On the other side of the floor, Jelani Watson-Gale came off the bench from the point guard position. Luke Nelson sitting down with foul trouble. Jelani said, "Don't worry, I got your back." 3 for 6 from the field overall. 3 assists to his name, as well as a steal. An efficiency of 12. Jelani Watson-Gale, the leading scorer for GB. Well, the fans are slowly making their way from the concourse back into their seats, and the teams will also slowly begin to emerge from the changing rooms. The real differences in this ball game, the points in the paint, 10 more points in the paint for GB. And that's because they've got 8 points in transition, and they've also got 12 points from turnovers, 11 turnovers in that first half compared to GB's 4. Lithuania having troubles looking after the ball. You look at the steals column, there's 7 steals for GB. They're playing a real intense style of defense, really playing high in the half court, aggressive, got into foul trouble early on in that second quarter, sent their opponents to the line. But on the free throw line, Lithuania have struggled. They're 7 for 13. That's 53%. Let's call it 54 when you round it up. They've just not looked settled in this ball game, and that's part and parcel of the work being done defensively to stop rhythm, to stop flow. As we see Jelani Watson-Gale there. As mentioned, he's having a fantastic season at the moment in Bulgaria for Keremore Tigevarna. He's just averaging under a double-double. You can see why. As mentioned, he's up to 10 points, 3 assists already. Averaging 15 points, and just under 10 assists per game. There's plenty of Lithuanian fans in the arena, plenty of support for them, so it's not that they're playing on the road and not really hearing any support. They've got lots of that in the arena. But I expect to see a different look to this Lithuanian side in the second half. Coach Kurtinaitis will be allowing the standards to fall for a long period of time. We'll be looking to see it and find ways how Lithuania can get back into this game. They've not led in the game at any point. GB have led from the off. Just 1 minute or so of tied basketball. Biggest lead of 13 points as well. Also got to have a quick look at Miles Hessen. 8 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, but he picked up his 3rd personal foul with just less than a minute remaining in the second quarter. It's unlikely that he'll start in this 3rd, but who knows, Coach Mark Schutel might give him that chance. He is a veteran player, the man from Birmingham, famed around England per se for Team England in the Commonwealth Games, and 3x3 action, hit a buzzer beater winner in Birmingham, his hometown, to bring a gold medal to Team England. But this is international basketball 5v5. Lithuania are the team with all the accolades, the team with all the experience, the depth, and of course basketball being the #1 sport in their country, as they have now emerged from the changing rooms and get themselves warmed up again. Second highest scorer for them with just 10 minutes, Marek Blazovic, 8 points and 3 rebounds. Probably want to see more of him on the floor this ball game. He's been really tough to deal with. Him and Gabe Olesheni has been the matchup. Offensively, just got to make their shots essentially. 45% from the field overall in the ball game, Lithuania. 3 for 11 from behind the arc. Well, if you were a fan of Eurobasket, you would have witnessed the first time that they went toe-to-toe in that competition. Lithuania with a resounding victory in that one. Over 70-94 in that ball game. But I mean, you think about some of the names that are missing tonight for Lithuania as we go into these international windows. You know, we're talking about Normantas, Sedekerskis, Tubelis, Lokubaitis, Birutis, Valanciunas, Silvidis. Some really big names missing for whatever reason that may be. But also this GB team, you could arguably say, are missing some big players that are making noise overseas as well. Toastan Awoma, Amari Williams over, trying to get their NBA dreams going, as well as young Cam Hildreth and other players as well who are unable to feature tonight. They're only able to put 10 players on the floor. GB, Quinn Ellis, can't not talk about him, the star guard over in Milano. This match is playing out nicely for the home side. I'm sure there's plenty more to come here in the second half of this ball game. So tell a friend to tell a friend. As we see Radzevicius, perfect from the field so far in this ball game. Get involved with this on social media as well. At FIBA WC is the official handle for the FIBA World Cup. You can catch all the highlights from the amazing social media team and more. Make sure if you want to stay locked in with what's happening around the FIBA World Cup 2027 qualifiers on the road to Qatar. You can find that on the website as well. Simply checking out the FIBA Basketball website and following the links to the appropriate parts of the website. And just to let you know, the other game that's happening in Group D between Italy and Iceland. Italy are trailing in that one in the fourth and final quarter with just under 9 minutes remaining. It's 56-63. Iceland are in the lead in that ball game. And also, if you want to scan the QR code on the screen right now, you can download the official FIBA World Cup Qualifiers app. As the teams finally make their way back onto the hardwood. The second half of this game. How will Lithuania deal with this now? Well, as you can see, the immediate ball pressure from GB, just like they did in the first. And there's the foul off the turnover. Wheatle was looking for a highlight. The contact made. United won't be happy. Immediate turnover. Laboa curls off there. They switch on the defense. Three goes up here and goes in and one. Vital from Carl Wheatle. Will bench like it too. He's got a chance now for a 4-point play. Oh, well, in fact, it wasn't a foul on the shot there. Slightly confused. The GB put 2 points on the board there. Seems like they got the 3 and the foul was after, so it was an end line off ball foul potentially. I thought it was an and 1, but there's the 3 on the other side in response. And Masulis knocking down his first 3-point make, or should I say, his second 3-point make of the ball game. Here's Nelson. Laboa, catch and shoot for him, no good. A lot of off-ball contact. Let's have a look, holding on to each other there. Laboa classed as the perpetrator in that situation. Picks up his 3rd personal foul. He's second player with 3 personal for GB. There's Nelson. And a kick ball there, and it goes in the direction of Lithuania. Lazovic. Lazovic now one-on-one with Onasheni, and he's called for a travel violation. Just not able to put the ball on the floor quick enough. Litska into the game now. Luke Nelson has room. Litska will collect it. Lazovic sets the screen, rolls. It's back with Velichka. He has to fire it up to try and beat the shot clock buzzer. The shot clock was at 4 seconds there. They're going to get another foul. Off the dribble, dished inside. Nosulis moves up to 8 points personal. Foul called. Lazovic. Double substitution now for Rotova. Gulnas. Also Alias Panusevicius. Yeboah will get it to 4 this time. They've done well from behind the arc in this game, GB. That's their 8th made triple of it. Or should I say 7th made triple. Inside, 2 feet in the paint. Nice short jumper. So Gulnas gets it to 4. Now, in the first quarter, had a nice little run, so Gulnas. Luke Nelson off the dribble. Spills away, and Lithuania get it back. He's looking to Coach Jutel to ask for a head coach challenge. Amin Adamu is also going to check in now for GB as Kane Henry heads to the bench. And we are going to get a review here. Apologies, we don't seem to be able to get this audio through. The officials are going to take a look at this, and students will use his coach's challenge. I'm going to see here, and it looks like it comes off Luke Nelson there. The hand swipe down, but I don't see any convincing evidence that it came off a Lithuanian player. They're going to slow this right down. Let's take a look. The swipe there. But Luke Nelson definitely has the last touch. And it will be a Lithuania ball. Well, there goes the use of that coach's challenge. Velichka. Yeboah tries to get his hand in the passing lane there. The defense remains aggressive, but there's a look from three. It goes up, no good. Velička, offensive rebound. Puts the fist up, waits for the ball screen, rejects it, goes the other way, and we're going to get a foul here on Amin Adamu. You see the offensive rebound count there, heavily in favor of Lithuania. They have been winning the rebound battle throughout this ball game. They've had the most second chance points as well, 13 points from second chance opportunities. And as you saw, it's 12 offensive rebounds for them in this ball game. Off the front of the iron. Good for Sargionas. The ball is fouled now by Danusevičius. Ball comes in. Wheatle. Nabala. Three goes up again. It's time from Wheatle. He's out of play. A lot of those three-point opportunities come in at the top of the three-point line. Velička, wide open look for the lay-in. Gudaitis was there, just ready to follow it up, just in case, but Velička get the points. Gudaitis doesn't touch it. They're just going to confirm that the clock is correct in this ball game. Yabara will check out the ball game here for GB. Miles Hessen will return. Will sit back down if he picks up another foul. Fouls are mounting up now for GB. Nelson dumps it off Olasheni. Finds Hessen. It was a tight angle and it's deflected away in the baseline. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Three goes up from Hessen. Velička with the boards. Strong to the rim, great pace, great energy. Sargionas. Off the dribble, Wheatle to the left. And a foul is called, 2 shots to come. Wheatle knocks down the first. He's up to 13 points now. Make that 14 for the GB captain. The players that left the GB shores very early, headed over to Italy where he spent the rest of his career, Carl Wheatle. Worked his way up to playing World Cup basketball with Venezia, which with Angelico Vieira as a junior. Another turnover here. Here's Luke Nelson stopping and popping in transition. Not good this time. 13 points remains the difference. Ball kicks to the corner. Velička inside, and that's great balance. Gudaitis just holds it high, off 1 foot, will finish. Amin Adamu for 3. Hessen fights for the offensive rebound, and it goes Lithuania's way. And Hessen's going to look for the coach's challenge, but it's gone. Luke Nelson used it. 4 minutes 28 on the clock. Shalari, Watson, Gale back into the game. To say they've looked really good with him. And the ball is in his hands, and now the fans getting behind Lithuania. 10-point game. Rip through, off the dribble. From Stavicius for three. And he clamps it into his hands. Hessen. One-on-one. Half turn there, fade away. So get the angle right, out to run into the right hand. And one. It's nice. Gytis Transvevicius. 12 points personal. And still perfect from the field in this ball game. Well, 3 minutes 47 remaining. 8 points is the difference in this one. 61-53. GB will talk it over. Momentum slowly changing in Lithuania's favor. Let's listen in to this timeout with Coach Mark Stutzel.
Hey, look at me. The only thing that we have to defend, transition and middle ball screen. And we know they're slipping into that ghost downhill. Don't want to give up early fouls, but be the aggressor on his hip and force him into it so the switch is there if we need. Okay? I know we've had solid looks, but we've stopped attacking the paint and I don't know why. Okay? Keep trusting each other, paint attacks, and then we'll find the ones that we want. Simple, okay? Coming out here. Lonnie, just two up regular. AK, quick slip. Dan, quick slip. AK, go all the way. Dan, try and get a deep steal. AK, use it. AK, if you're catch and shoot, fine. Otherwise, touch it back to Lonnie and play pick and roll. He'll touch it back and then you'll play pick and roll. Okay? That's it, right there, right there. That's their run, no more, let's go. Let's go, defense on 3, 1, 2, 3. Defense.
Well, a very valid point there from Coach Mark Stutzel. They've stopped getting to the basket. And led Lithuania by at least 10 points when it came to points in the paint, but they're opting to shoot the three ball. So we've got a little bit of a wave around the arena. And the free throw is good for Radzevicius. Only blemish on his stat line is a turnover. The rest is perfect for him. And the energy level lifts up. There's 2 shots now to come for Yeboah. The foul of Stavicius. Picks up his second personal. The first is good for Yeboah. And a good and strong Eurobasket competition for Quasi Yeboah. Average 11.2 points per game, 5.8 rebounds. He's one of the strongest performers for the GB national team at Eurobasket. Lichka. This is the layup. It's come back into his hand fortuitously, and there is the foul called. Gudaitis back to the line. While we're doing that, a brief update for you from that Italy game. They were trailing to Iceland. They are now in the lead by 1 with 1 minute 32 remaining in that ball game. Flores Gudaitis, the 6'11" center, converting on the line. This is the second. Shot clock at 5. Watson Gale scoops it to the left. And that is a shot clock violation. And that's a turnover for GB now. Lithuania shoring up the defenses. Velichka. Radzevichus sends Adamu flying backwards. Ketis Radzevichus. Adamu stumbling and fumbling. And a turnover now. Lithuania make this a 5-point game. The ball comes into play here. Well, a magnificent third quarter and one. Velichka now. Arnas Velichka. Makes it a one-possession game. And a chance to close the gap to 2. GB have had a lead as many as 18 points, which was here in the third quarter early on, but Lithuania, they get the offensive rebound here off the missed free throw. That offensive rebound count just keeps going up for them. And now, another and one on the other side. Ignas Argyronas gets the fans on their feet. What a turnaround this is. With this free throw made in this very quarter. Points down to a tied game, a 12-24 quarter for Lithuania. 2 minutes, 3 seconds remaining here in the third. What a run this is from Lithuania. And listen to those fans. You would think it is a GB road game. It isn't. GB are at home. Well, they're well known for being passionate fans. We see it week in, week out at club level. But we're seeing it here at the international stage as well. The officials are just going to check that they've got the right time on the clock here. the announcer doing his most to try and get the GB fans to get behind their team. I'll let you all at home hear how that chant was drowned out. And you see the timer there, how long GB haven't scored the ball for. We're in the final moments of the third. Once again, Gale moves it. Yeboah looks inside. Olasheni, can he stop the bleeding? Well, he misses the lay-in. He's going to go to the line. With a chance to put GB back in the lead in this game. First is good for Olasheni. You saw the way that the GB players celebrated at halftime. The great shift they put in the first half. It's been short-lived here towards the end of the third. They're still in control though, just about. In the corner. Almost a wide open look. Ball moves inside. Another 2 points on the board. Arturos Gudaitis punishing in the paint. There you go. There's the points in the paint stat for you. Catch and shoot three. Rolls off the rim. Gudaitis brings it down. Here comes Velička. Velička kicks it out. Rubstavicius for three. There it is. There's the lead for Lithuania. They lead for the first time in the ball game. Watson Gale. Nice hesitation. Loses the defender's footing. Gets to the rim. Off the glass for two. Velička. Using the clock. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Ball screen arise. Velička. Gudaitis. One hard dribble. Trying to find the next look, and that will be a travel violation. Shifts his pivot foot. 11.7 remaining. GB can still finish this quarter on top. And they're checking in the number 77, Martinas Palukianas. Watson Gale. Looks down low. Olasheni. Can he finish? No, he can't. Velička will hold on to the ball there at the end of the third quarter. A huge swing in this ball game. 16-30, the overall third quarter score. Well, after conceding 30 points in the second, GB concede, or should I say Lithuania, put 30 points on GB. 67-68, Lithuania by one, and we're set up for a classic finish here at the Copper Box Arena in London. Well, one could say the Copper Box Arena in Lithuania. There's the scoring stats for you at this moment in time. And let's take a look at the third quarter best plays. Well, they started hot, GB, coming out of the halftime break, and they pushed themselves out to an 18-point lead. And slowly but surely, they came away from their game. Less aggressive defensively, missed opportunities because they were shooting from behind the arc at times, stopped getting to the rim as much. Part and parcel to the hard work of Lithuania's defensive abilities, and then Shots started to fall for them. Gudaitis has been battling away inside. We see here out and running. Radzevic, 16 points perfect from the field. Velichka starting to work himself into the ball game. 5 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists for him. And also great work from Ignas Sargiunas. 14 points, 2 rebounds, 2 dimes for him as well. Offensive rebounds have killed GB in this game. They've got 17 points from second chance points. Well, I will say the assist column as well. There were single digits assists at a halftime break for Lithuania, but they've had more assists in this quarter than they had in the whole of the first half. They've effectively doubled it. 18 total team assists. They're sharing the ball, they're playing team basketball, and they're getting the looks that they want. The second religion of Lietuva. Well, GB will start with the ball here in the fourth and final quarter. Here we go. FIBA World Cup qualifier action starting with a bang here for these two teams. Turnover from Nelson, Velichka. They've got 4 versus 2 here, and they're unable to take advantage of it. Watson Gale will pick up the foul. Be his second personal. Lishka ball into game. Attacking the baseline. Stavicius kicks it straight back across. We're going to get a foul off the ball here. Looks like it's going to be on Olosheni. His second personal, second team. From Stavicius for 3. Watson Gale. Steps back for 3 of his own, no good. Nelson reaching in means he picks up another one. No personal for him. Still a 1-point game. And then again, an offensive foul here. Razovic called for the illegal screen. Razovic goes to the bench. Gudaitis back into the frame. And the Lithuanian fans won't be displeased with that. He was a big part of them getting into the lead. Nelson. Velichka knocks it away. Yaboa blocks away. That man Gudaitis. The bonus shot no good this time. Well, it's a complete dry spell now for GB. They really are struggling to score the ball. Unitas, the 3 ball. And the turnover. Sargiunas, Unitas. With Sargiunas, works his way to the rim. 16 points for him. Shot clock just being changed now. GB need a response. Who is going to step up for them? Nelson for 3, short. Hessen for 2 and 1. Miles Hessen. Treading on thin ice with 4 personal fouls. Moves into double digits. Rattles it in to bring proceedings back to a tie. Unitas dumps it off down low. It's knocked off the rim. Falls into the hands of Hessen. A short jumper, no good for Olasheni. Lichka steps away for 3. Unitas, yes, another rebound. Miliauskas. Only seen the court really in this 4th and final quarter. After sitting down for the whole game here, Miliauskas. That basket will not count. There was a shot clock violation. Hessen. Line now for apologies for Great Britain. 6 minutes 38 on the clock here in the 4th. Is there another twist in this ball game? Nelson off the dribble. Nelson is fouled. 2 shots to come now. Unitas along the sideline protests. Unitas will be called for that foul, his 3rd personal. Nelson with a chance of putting Great Britain back into the lead as we go to and fro on the scoreline. Nelson, it's the 2nd to count. Adomaitis. The offensive foul against Gudaitis. That will be his 4th personal now, Gudaitis. As Adamu gets himself back to his feet. Oh, well, that was a big heave, really, from Gudaitis. Dropped the shoulder into Adamu. Now it's team foul trouble for Lithuania. Razovic back into the game. Nelson comes off the ball screen. The handoff action to find Adamu, trying to keep his balance. Adamu tries to use the backboard, but somehow has kept play alive. Hessen dumps it into Aiken. He tries to look out, and it's turned over. Lithuania will get it in their opponent's half. Kane Henry coming into the ball game. Both him and Miles Hessen with 4 personal fouls. 6 minutes. Stop Jonas. Great hands from Hessen, took the risk, and it's paid off. Adamu, jab. And we're going to get the foul here called against Veliauskas. Just here, going through Aiken. Hits the deck. Now Aiken's going to shoot 2. Well, I can confirm in the other game in Group D of the competition, it finishes Italy 76, Iceland 81. Iceland picking up their first win in the group in Game 1 of the FIBA World Cup qualifier window. Aiken missing the first free throw. Makes the second. 15 for 19 on the line. GB. Lithuania haven't seen the free throw line for a little while. Lazovic spills that one. Hessen pushes it forward. Adamu knocks around his feet and somehow has found Aiken. Wheatle pulls up from the elbow for 2. And now GB looking to calm things down. After that turbulent third quarter, they lead the fourth quarter overall 7-2, only 2 points scored in just over 5 minutes here in this fourth and final quarter. Slight swing in momentum again. There are the quarter point scores I said earlier on. Strong start for GB, 21 points in the first, 30 points in the second. Then that huge 16-30 quarter in the third to tie things up and give Lithuania the lead. And now a 7-2 lead in this fourth and final quarter has put GB up by 4, but coach will now think about how he can get back in the upper hand. Time call back in. Velichka. This is the three-point play. Almost Velichka, a 6'4" PG, has 10 rebounds alongside his 5 points and 4 assists. Here's Hessen attacking the baseline. And a pass off there. Doesn't matter because he will go to the line to shoot too. Foul's going to now be a problem for Lithuania as we come to the close of this ball game. Hessen missing the first, and thankfully for Lithuania, there's been a few missed free throws here in the fourth and final quarter. As 3 trips have been 1 for 2. Lazovic. Catch and shoot 3, Velichka. 2 points away from a double-double. And turned over by Hessen. And a foul called against the floor, head down. Samgunas goes into Adamu, and that's his 4th personal. Luke Nelson back into the game. And it's relatively stop-start here in the 4th. Both teams in team foul trouble, it will be. Samgunas. Oh, how nice that is, how smooth that is. Sneaks it in with the tightest of angles to put himself up to 18 points personal. Hessen now trying to force it in. Velichka out of running, Samgunas. To give them the lead again, no. Blažević. There's going to be a foul on the floor, but nonetheless, 2 shots. Olasheni just reaching over the back there. Trying to grab the rebound, but it was out of his reach. Yeboah to the floor. Blažević makes that free throw count. Misses the second. Blažević can't get it to go this time. Hessen wants to go alone again. Miles Hessen is fouled and 1. Big time play from Miles Hessen. While he forced the previous play, looked to force this one, and you can see why, because he has the ability to do this. Gets the defender in the air, draws the contact through. He makes the finish for 2. Hessen to the line. And it rolls out the rim. Three minutes remaining now. In a tight endeavor between Great Britain and Lithuania. Yeboah almost gets his hands on it. Shot clock winding now, rolls in and out. The captain, Radzevicius, misses his first field goal attempt so far in this game. And a turnover the other way. So Gunas. Olasheni hits the deck. And it's a held ball, which means it's a Lithuania possession. Let's see if we can have another look at that. Olasheni goes down. I don't see anything wrong with both players having both hands on the ball. Sargunas blocked away by Wheatle this time. Still with Lithuania. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Velichka struggled to find a way to put his body into position where he could finish that play. Now with Wheatle. Ball screen arrives from Olasheni. Wheatle looks inside to Luke Nelson. Nelson gets it back out to Hessen. 5 seconds on the shot clock. He's going to have to pull something off here. Miles Hessen pulls off a big-time three. Unconscious. Miles Hessen steps up to the plate. 17 points personal. Big-time players make big-time players. Miles Hessen with the three. Sees the shot clock. Quick look at it. Step back. Haulage. Pull my team back into the lead. Timeout call now. A 13-8 quarter. Coach Kortenaitis handing out final instructions here for the remaining 1 minute 49. Well, there's the game leaders. Sargunas, 18 points. Velichka, 10 rebounds and 4 assists. Leading in those categories. Masulis also has 4 assists to his name. Exciting game. And line possession for Lithuania. Velichka. Goes downhill, Velichka. Airballs the layup, Blažević, the offensive rebound and steps out of bounds. GB ball. Velichka was looking for contact there. Blažević misplaces his foot. That's a turnover column count. 20 turnovers in the ball game for Lithuania. Here's Hessen once again, blocked this time by Blažević. Here comes Lithuania pushing forward. Ball now moves to the left-hand side. It gets over half court. Velichka. And the shot clock was incorrect, so they've had to stop play again. Sideline for Lithuania. Here we go. Arnas Velitska receives it back. Ball screens arrive from Blažević and moves the ball now to Veliauskas. Velitska throws up a bomb, and it will hit the mark. Big time play, double-double for Velitska, 11 points, 10 rebounds, 4 dimes. 1 point difference. Here's Wheatle. Gets it back, shot clock at 5's got to go alone here. Carl Wheatle for 3, knocks it down in response. Big time triple from Carl Wheatle, flexes on him. Lets everybody know that this is GB's house. 30.9. That's what's remaining on the clock. Big time play, Carl Wheatle. Kaboom! Shot clock was winding down. Blažević didn't want to foul. The captain makes the big time play. 4 point difference now once again in this one. 83-79, 30.9 on the clock. Really important possession this for Lithuania. They'll probably choose to advance the ball here. Also the opportunity to take some moments off the clock where they could go 2 for 1. There's the turnover count by quarters. As the atmosphere continues to build in the arena. Let's see how this all unfolds. Arnas Velitska will be the inbounder here. And they do choose to advance. Simple box setup. Pin down screens go both sides. A cross screen to try and find Radzevičius, and they almost make the steal here. Yeboah is on the deck. Well, here Yeboah comes up with the steal, and a little bump there from Blažević as Yeboah hits the floor. But Blažević has picked up his 5th and final foul. He will sit down. That means Arturas Gudaitis comes back into the ball game for the final moments. Team foul trouble. Sends Yeboah to the line. (86-79). A historic moment here for Great Britain on the cards. 26.8 remaining. I have a feeling we shouldn't count Lithuania out just yet. Here we go. Sargiumas, Velitska, no good. Foul call, and this time on Olesheni. His 4th personal, 2 shots to come now for Lithuania. 18.1 seconds. Gudaitis with these all-important free throws. They've shot the ball poorly tonight on the line. 11 for 20. 55%. And that's exactly what their nation needs, a hope and a prayer. First is good for Gudaitis. Second is missed, the rebound for Yeboah. And the foul will be committed. Yeboah goes back to the free throw line. Velichka called for that second personal. Well, these GB fans will not believe what they are seeing. Yeboah knocks down the first. The efficiency on the free throw line has been key for Great Britain this evening. As Yeboah goes 2 for 2. The pull-up three, it goes down. Never say never die attitude from Lithuania. Sargiūnas. 21 points personal for Sargiūnas. 4 points is the difference once again, 9.8 on the clock. Sargiūnas just gets his shot up and knocks it down. A glimmer of hope for Lithuania. Great Britain timeout with Coach Mark Stutzel here. So much hard work and toil going on behind the scenes just to make sure that this game could happen tonight. And if the result remains as so, this would mean so much to the nation of Great Britain. And those players right there. Ball will go into play. Here's Hessen, he'll hold on tight, he'll wait for the foul to be committed. Miles Hessen goes to the free throw line. He's had a phenomenal evening, Miles Hessen. 17 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, an efficiency of 22. For the 35-year-old from Birmingham. He misses the first. And now they won't want to foul here. Sargiūnas again for 3! Ignas Sargiūnas! Another big triple here! Makes it a 2-point game! Wow! The confidence, the composure, the defensive exposure. Call another timeout, coach. We are not going down without a fight, Lietuva. Well, there's the percentages there for you. The scoring percentages from 2-point and 3-point territory. The slightest advantage for GB from behind the arc, 9 for 25 in terms of percentages. "21 turnovers from Lithuania tonight. They've given 20 points to Great Britain. That was their vice. And the offensive rebounds. 21 offensive rebounds for Lithuania have given them 19 second chance points. That was Great Britain's vice. Now who is the better of the two evils? In that regard, we're about to find out. There'll be a very quick foul here to stop the clock as quick as they can. And pray for a miss of some description. Wheatle throws it up. Olasheni spills it! Sargiunas for the win! Oh my goodness! Lithuania make it on the buzzer! How? Simply just how? The basketball gods favor their most loved child. The home of the second religion, Lithuania. 3 back-to-back triples. 3 is simply the magic number. Great Britain on the brink of history, and Lithuania strikes them down with lightning. Ignas Sarionas absolutely heaves this. Nothing but net. Slips through the hands of Olasheni. Sargiunas says no. Can you believe it? This is FIBA basketball. Ignas Sargiunas tells the Lithuanian fans wild heartbreak in the dying moments of this game. A 1-point victory for Lithuania after being down by 18. A magnificent third quarter, looking like it was done and dusted. You are a bad, bad man, Ignas Sargiunas. Wow. Words cannot describe. This is why we love this beautiful game. An incredible and valiant effort from Great Britain tonight through the trials and tribulations, from the red tape. All that matters is when you step over that white line and onto the hardwood. And tonight they gave it their all. They were just there. But as I said, the basketball gods favor their most loyal followers, and Lithuania is a country that does just that. They leave the arena to a rapturous applause, and I can't quite believe what we have witnessed here tonight. That was simply magnificent, tremendous, spectacular. Pick an adjective, any adjective. Here's the final stats for you on the screen right now. Massive win on the glass, as I mentioned, those offensive rebounds. Eventually started playing team basketball, Lithuania. That's when they went on their runs. That's when they had their chances. Gilnas, 27 points. 3 triples, back to back to back in the final 15 seconds of the game. Absolutely crazy. That was wild. Let's take a look at the fourth quarter best plays. Well, GB changed that really challenging third quarter performance around, and they gave a much better account of themselves, started the fourth quarter much stronger. Lithuania kept themselves in and around, and they began to pull away. GB ever so slowly. And then we got into those final moments, into the final minute there, where they were being sent to the free throw line. They were making free throws there. Carl Wheatle asking for composure and calm. Vanichka made some big plays, finishes up with a double-double of 10 rebounds and 11 points. Miles Hessen also with an incredible, valiant effort. here this evening. 17 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. How about this for a triple? Step back and knock it down. And Lithuania just began to rumble and grumble and make some noise. Wheatle said, this is our house at this moment, but the game wasn't done. Fool's gold belief that it could have been. There was so much hope. Then up steps this man right here. Remember the name, Ignas Sargunas. There's one triple. There's the second triple, and how about game? Just slipped through the hands of Olasheni. All they had to do was get the ball into play, but Sargunas punishes those who can't make plays. And that is a magnificent way to finish a fantastic day of action here in Group D. 76-81, 88-89, 1-point game. That's how the standings look right now. Remember, top 3 will go through in Group D, and everybody will play against one another. Iceland with their first victory as well here in Group D as they defeated Italy. Well, thank you very much, basketball fans. My name's been Ty Hajat. What an evening, what a night. This is FIBA World Cup qualifier basketball. The road to Qatar is long, and there's plenty more action to come. See you next time.